article, Salt of the Earth from LP Gas Magazine, discusses some of the things that you're doing on this project and your development of the gas storage. And I can't read it because it's very small, so I blew it up a little.
Okay.
And what you talk about, you're being interviewed in the article, and it notes that you're using the USL facility to tie into the gas storage. Then it says that the new facilities promise to capitalize on new drillings underway in the promising Marcellus Shale, and that even the propane and butane coming to this area are from the drilling in the Marcellus Shale, okay? And so I'm just quoting this from your article, and I'm also...
You're going to get to the question, right?
Yeah, okay. Just setting it up.
I sense that.
Okay, so then we have a video clip of John Sherman, president of Energy, on the floor of Wall Street saying that Energy has its eyes set on the Marcellus Shale and that they're building a gas storage and transport business in the northeastern that sits atop the Marcellus Shale, okay? So it seems to me like it's the Marcellus Shale. And then, on April 13th, I got a chance to come listen to you here in the Community Center of Watkins Glen, and you stated, and I quote, "This whole thing is getting tied up with the whole Marcellus drilling debate. This has nothing to do with Marcellus drilling." Could you clarify these contradictions?
We have assets throughout the Northeast. We have assets in Pennsylvania, Sullivan County, Bradford County. We have assets in Tioga County. We have assets in Steuben County, Schuyler County. We have a 37.5-mile pipeline that goes from Tompkins County all the way to the town of Binghamton. Our stagecoach facility is 26 BCF of gas storage that supports New York City, supports the Northeast, and gets gas to those critical metropolitan areas when it's super cold. Some of that gas is coming from the Marcellus. There's an oversupply of Marcellus gas right now, not from New York, but coming from Pennsylvania.
Right.
They're drilling a lot of it. I know they're drilling a lot of it.
Right.
Our pipelines are critical energy infrastructure, utility infrastructure, governed by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. We don't gather gas, we don't drill holes, we don't produce holes, but what we do is we move gas from pipe to pipe. We're connected to Transco Pipeline down in Lycoming County. We're connected to Tennessee Gas Pipeline in Bradford County, and we're connected to Millennium Pipeline in Tioga County. So we act as the optimization hub, if you will, between those three pipelines. If one pipeline has an incident downstream or they need to do maintenance and you can't get gas to New York City, we act as the vehicle to get it to the next pipeline so you can get gas to the Northeast and heat people's homes. Some of that is related to the Marcellus. What we're here tonight to talk about is LPG storage that's been going on for 50 years in this community on this hill in quantities greater than what we proposed here tonight with the DEC, and that part has nothing to do with the Marcellus. As I said when we had our prior
propane and the butane that you're storing is not a derivative of the Marcellus Shale drilling that they're doing in Pennsylvania?
It's not. In 1964 to 1984, they stored 4 million barrels of propane in these exact same salt caverns up in the hill. It became a burden for the salt company to participate in that, so they sent them across the street. TEPCO went across the street and built 1.2 million barrels. It's simple math. 4 million minus 1.2 is what? It's 2.8 million barrels. That's the shortage of supply that's been in this community for the last 20 years. And what's been the result of that? The result has been higher propane prices. The result has been truck lines at Watkins Glen Terminal. The result has been truck lines at Selkirk, at Hartford Mills. The result has been you, the consumer, are paying for it. You pay higher propane. You pay higher propane prices up here than anybody in the country because supply comes here from Kentucky, Missouri. From Kentucky, Missouri, from Texas, and it's brought up here by truck, and you pay for that transport. We're bringing it in the summer by pipeline.
So
by
how
pipeline,
much cheaper
you can't
will
hear
our
it.
home heating
You
costs
can't hear
be
it.
if we have this here?
It'll be cheaper.
How much
the delta
cheaper?
between the
Is it
transport
worth
on the
it?
pipeline and the transport by truck. That's the difference.
And so to sum things up, these quotes then are inaccurate in the industry publications about your...
They're inaccurate about this facility, but we have 220 people working in upstate New York. Do you know anybody who's hiring high-paid jobs in upstate New York? People are going to Florida. People are moving out of this community. We're bringing technical, high-paid jobs for critical energy infrastructure as a utility. That's what we do.
So will New York or the northeastern United States go cold this winter if we do not have this facility?
you will pay higher prices for propane, and yes, there is a chance you'll go cold. Absolutely. The pipeline is down today because of the floods. The pipeline is down today, so go drive by TEPCO tonight on your way home. Drive by. There's trucks in line waiting today to get propane out of that facility. Why? Because the pipeline's down. And you can't get propane into this market. I don't know where home heat became the enemy of a community. I really don't know where or why that happened, but that's what we're doing. We're providing cheaper, better, more accessible, reliable home heat to your community.
What about the issues of energy being sued for price gouging in the state of Michigan?
You know, there are incidences throughout the propane industry where one attorney general is running for a governorship, and he wants to make a name for himself, and he accepts a complaint and runs with it. It's happened to every single propane distributor in the country that's of any size, and it's something we deal with as a part of the business, and we dealt with it appropriately. We settled that issue with the attorney general and with the complainant. It's a matter of doing business. It's not indicative of anything.
Just told me a couple of things. He said, I don't even think you'll know it's there. And second, he said there won't be any material increase in truck traffic.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I absolutely would agree with that.
So there won't be more traffic.
The truck traffic runs counter-seasonal to tourism. Counter-seasonal to tourism. We bring the propane in by pipeline during the summer when it's cheap. We bring it in by pipeline. You can't hear it, taste it, smell it, touch it, feel it. You can't see it. It's below ground. It comes in by pipeline and it goes into the cavern. In the winter, when you guys are filling your propane tanks, trucks come in, grab it, and they deliver it to the back of your house and fill your tank. So counter-seasonal to tourism, but it's less truck traffic because today product comes in from Texas, from North Carolina, from West Virginia, from Kentucky, that comes up here during the summer months by truck. We're eliminating the summertime truck traffic. That's what we're eliminating.
People visit the wineries all year round.
Yeah.
People come to the lakes all year round. So I don't think seasonal may be adequate. You know, people work in the area, they commute through the area, and most of these trucks would be diesel vehicles. Is that correct?
I don't know what people are using. Some of them run on propane, some of them run on gas. It depends on the distributor.
But the majority would be like semi-trailers.
If you're a propane distributor and you know that, that must be a fact.
Diesel, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
On Energy's website, it talks about expansion plans. This would be expanded from what it is. The initial permit is 2.0. It could be expanded to up to 5 million.
Did it say that we're expanding it to 5 million barrels? It says that we're expanding it to 5 million. It says that we're expanding it to 5 million barrels. Is that what you're saying?
It says developing.
It says it could be expanded to 5 million barrels. It didn't say we're expanding it. We're doing it to 5 million barrels. If we're doing it to 5 million barrels, the permit that we're here to talk about tonight would be for 5 million barrels.
Right.
The fact of the matter is the cavern size, the hole in the ground, is 5 million barrels. We're consuming 2 million of that. Okay? There will be 3 million barrels of brine remaining in the cavern. Okay? That's what that means. If the market dictates it, if it gets uber cold or we have growth in upstate New York and homes get built on propane and the market comes back, yeah, we might expand the facility, sure.
There's no timeline right now.
No, sir.
For the gas.
What about the gas? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
The storage with the gas caverns that Energy acquired in IC.
Sure.
Is that the same scenario? There's no timeline for it says something about possible expansion of that.
No, there is a possible expansion of that. We haven't announced anything. We haven't, I mean, we bought the facility to store energy products, absolutely. But, you know, those storage of energy products add jobs, add tax base. We've already added 15 jobs to U.S. Salt without adding to tax base. We put a lot of money back into U.S. Salt. We've resurrected that facility. You know, Watkins Glen wasn't built on wineries. Watkins Glen was built on that salt plant. It's been here since 1890. You know?
That's right. Tourism.
point of the matter is we're expanding the facility and putting capital and jobs and people back to work in an environmentally sound way. If you have comments about the environmental study, you're welcome to make them tonight publicly and get them in the press.
I'm not sure we'll be making it not shaking like you. You look like you're scared of the damn devil.
Have a good one.